Hey guys, welcome to Y&R Daily Update YouTube channel. Today's topics: Young and the Restless spoilers, December 18th. Jack is furious. Kyle is pleading Billy makes a big mistake. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, December 18th. Find Abbott father and son in different positions as Jack rails at Chelsea and Adam, and Kyle tentatively reaches out to Summer. Key takeaways: Jack holds Chelsea and Adam responsible for Victor's attack. Kyle contacts his ex-wife. Billy and Phyllis make a deal. Next on Y&R Adam, Mark Grossman has always claimed Jack Peter Bergman as a friend, and now that she is no longer conning people, trying to kill people, or raping people, Chelsea Melissa Claire Egan has positioned herself as the moral voice of Genoa City. Yet, when Victor Eric Breton said, "Jump," or, in this case, "destroy Jabot via your media company," Adam and Chelsea did as they were told and released the trolls. Now, Jack Peter Bergman is demanding that they take responsibility for their actions. Adam and Chelsea are pleading, "We were just following orders. That bit hasn't flown since 1946. Help. I need somebody." Kyle Michael Mueller is a big boy. He doesn't go running to his mommy and daddy anymore. Well, except for a job, and a place to live, and somebody to watch his kid when Kyle has better things to do. However, he is otherwise completely independent. Except now that his family company is being attacked, and there is a risk that Kyle might lose his job. It's not like anyone else will just hand him one, so Kyle fights back the only way he knows how, by running to Summer, tattling that her grandpa is being a big old meanie pants and whining for her to stop him. He has his mommy for that, but it's still not going as smoothly as Billy wants it to, so he turns to Phyllis Michelle Stafford, because the last time they were together, either personally or professionally, it went really well, and nobody betrayed anybody. Subscribe our channel for more latest update on The Young and the Restless. December 18th brings an emotionally charged episode that pivots on one of the show's most enduring and volatile dynamics, the Abbott family imploding from the inside out, as Jack Abbott's fury boils over, and Kyle Abbott finds himself pleading rather than posturing. The episode underscores a familiar Y&R truth: nothing destabilizes power more effectively than family conflict. This chapter doesn't rely on shocking twists. Instead, it zeroes in on emotional accountability, generational tension, and the painful consequences of choices made in the name of love, loyalty, and self-preservation. Jack's anger and Kyle's desperation are not isolated reactions. They are the culmination of long-simmering fractures that can no longer be papered over with excuses or half-truths. Jack Abbott's fury on December 18th is not performative, it's deeply personal. For a man who prides himself on restraint, legacy, and moral authority, reaching this level of anger signals that a line has been crossed. Jack isn't simply reacting to one bad decision or a single betrayal. He's responding to a pattern, a realization that Kyle's actions have begun to threaten everything Jack has spent his life building: the Abbott name, and the fragile trust that holds his family together. What makes Jack's anger so compelling is that it's rooted in disappointment, more than rage. This isn't Victor Newman-style fury, cold and calculated. December 18th frames Jack not just as a powerful executive or family patriarch. Enters the episode from a position of weakness, a rarity for a character who typically leads with confidence, charm, and entitlement. For once, Kyle isn't defending his choices with arrogance or rationalization, he's pleading. That shift alone signals how serious the stakes have become. Kyle's pleas are layered with regret, fear, and a desperate need for understanding. He wants Jack to see his intentions, not just his mistakes. He wants absolution without fully accepting consequence, a classic Kyle contradiction that has defined him for years. December 18th forces him into an unfamiliar role, the one asking for mercy instead of leverage. This dynamic exposes a crucial imbalance. Jack holds authority, history, and moral high ground. Kyle holds emotion, explanation, and a belief that love should count for something. The tragedy is that both perspectives are valid, yet incompatible. Jack sees patterns repeating themselves: youthful recklessness, threatening institutional collapse. Kyle sees a father who refuses to acknowledge the emotional cost of living under impossible expectations. What elevates this episode is how clearly it articulates generational conflict. Jack has spent decades fighting Victor Newman, learning the hard way that trust can be weaponized and family loyalty exploited. Kyle, by contrast, grew up watching those battles from the sidelines, absorbing the benefits without always understanding the scars. December 18th makes it painfully clear that Kyle may be repeating mistakes Jack swore the next generation wouldn't make. Jack's fury, then, isn't just about Kyle, it's about history repeating itself. Every raised voice, every sharp word carries the weight of past losses, betrayals, and near collapses. Jack isn't reacting to the present alone. He's reacting to the future he fears Kyle is recklessly endangering. Kyle's pleading reveals something equally uncomfortable. He still wants his father's approval more than he wants independence. Despite his bravado, Kyle remains emotionally tethered to Jack in ways he doesn't fully understand. His pleas aren't just about forgiveness, they're about validation. He wants Jack to believe in him, even when evidence suggests that belief may be misplaced. That emotional dependency is both Kyle's vulnerability and his flaw. Instead of fully owning his choices, he frames them as misunderstandings, hoping Jack will reinterpret events in a more forgiving light. December 18th subtly critiques this impulse. Pleading may expose sincerity, but it doesn't erase consequences. And Jack, hardened by decades of fallout, knows that better than anyone. The episode also reinforces a broader theme running through Y&R right now: control versus autonomy. Jack believes control is earned through responsibility and foresight. Kyle believes autonomy justifies risk. Their clash isn't just personal, it's philosophical. December 18th doesn't offer easy answers, which is precisely why it works. From a storytelling perspective, this episode excels by slowing down. Rather than rushing toward resolution, it lingers in discomfort. Silences matter. Reactions matter. Jack's fury isn't explosive every second it simmers, making it more intimidating. Kyle's pleading isn't hysterical, it's measured, suggesting calculation even in vulnerability. That ambiguity keeps viewers questioning who, if anyone, is truly in the right. Importantly, the episode avoids painting Kyle as a villain or Jack as infallible. Jack's anger, while justified, risks pushing Kyle further away. Kyle's pleading, while sincere, risks reinforcing Jack's belief that his son isn't ready to lead. The tragedy is that both men may be undermining the very relationship they're trying to preserve. December 18 ultimately feels like a turning point, not because it resolves conflict, but because it clarifies it. Jack and Kyle are no longer misaligned due to misunderstandings. That kind of rift doesn't heal quickly, and Y&R wisely allows it to remain unresolved. For fans, this episode hits hard because it feels earned. Jack's fury doesn't come out of nowhere. Kyle's desperation isn't melodrama. Both are logical outcomes of years of tension, privilege, pressure, and love complicated by power. As the episode closes, one thing becomes clear: pleading may soften hearts, but it doesn't rewrite history. And fury, while cathartic, doesn't guarantee control. On December 18th, The Young and the Restless reminds us that the most dangerous battles aren't fought in boardrooms or rival empires, they're fought between fathers and sons, where the cost of losing is measured not in money, but in trust.